You have made thousands of du'as in your lifetime. In salah, after salah, in the car, at 3 a.m. when the weight of something became too heavy to carry alone, in moments of desperation so complete that du'a was the only language left. And if you are honest, there have been moments when it felt like the words were going nowhere, like you were speaking into silence, like the door was there but something was not opening it. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, told us something about du'a that changes everything, not a general encouragement to keep asking, something specific, something precise. Something that describes by name, by condition, by exact circumstance the moments when the door is not just open. The moments when Allah has promised it will never be turned away. Before we get to the windows, we need to understand something about how du'a works, because the reason most du'as feel unanswered is not what most people think it is. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said that du'a is never wasted. Every du'a a believer makes is received, and it is answered in one of three ways. Either it is given to you in this life, or something harmful that was coming toward you is removed because of it, or it is stored for you and given to you on the day when you will need it more than you have ever needed anything. Every du'a answered, every single one, always. But then, why does it sometimes feel like silence? Because there is a difference between a du'a that is accepted and a du'a that is answered in the specific way and timeline the person making it expected. We do not control the form of the answer. We do not control the timing. We control only the asking and the conditions under which we ask. And that is exactly what the 5 windows are about. Not guaranteeing that you get what you asked for in the way you imagined. Guaranteeing that when you ask in these moments, the door is open, the response is real, and nothing you carry to that window will be turned away. The first 2 windows are ones most Muslims have heard of, but the reason behind them, why these specific moments, is what almost no one stops to understand. 5 times a day, every day of your life, a window opens that most Muslims walk past without stopping. Dua made between the Adhan and the Iqamah is not rejected. Between the Adhan and the Iqamah. That gap, which in most mosques is between 5 and 15 minutes, is a guaranteed open window, every single salah, every single day. 5 opportunities per day that most believers spend scrolling, talking, or simply waiting for the prayer to begin. That is not a gap in the schedule. That is an appointment. The Adhan is the call, and the gap before the Iqamah is the time Allah has set aside for you to bring everything you are carrying before He is asked to be brought into. Start treating it that way today, and you will have added 35 guaranteed open windows to your week without changing a single other thing about your life. This is the window that requires the least preparation and the most awareness, because it arrives unscheduled and closes quietly when the rain stops. 2 du'as are not rejected, du'a at the time of the Adhan and du'a during rainfall. Rain, in Islamic understanding, is mercy descending. It is the most visible manifestation of Allah's rizq, His provision, arriving from above. And the scholars have noted that the moment rain falls, the spiritual atmosphere shifts. The mercy that is literally in the air is also available for the asking. Next time rain falls, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, stop for 60 seconds, raise your hands, ask. The window is open and the mercy is already on its way down. The next 2 windows are ones every Muslim knows the name of. The detail that most people miss is the specific mechanics inside each one, the exact moment within the window when the door is widest open. Friday contains a hidden hour. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, confirmed it exists. He described it as a window so powerful that any Muslim who catches it while in Salah and asks Allah for something will have it given. On Friday there is a time at which no Muslim stands and prays and asks Allah for something good, except that He will give it to him. The scholars differed on exactly which hour it is, and that difference is itself significant. The two strongest opinions place it either between Asr and Maghrib on Friday, the late afternoon, or at the moment the Imam sits between the two khutbahs. Both opinions have strong evidence. Both mean that the entire period from Asr to Maghrib on Friday deserves to be spent in heightened awareness and consistent dua. Not checking your phone between Asr and Maghrib on Friday, not that gap. That hour is the most regularly scheduled, guaranteed open window in the Islamic week, and most of us spend it in exactly the same way we spend any other hour. This window is available to every fasting Muslim every single day they fast, and the most common mistake is missing it by seconds because the focus shifts from the dua to the food the moment the Adhan for Maghrib is heard. Three people's duas are not rejected: the fasting person when breaking the fast, the just ruler, and the oppressed person. The fasting person at the moment of breaking fast. Not after the meal, not after Taraweeh. The moment, the specific, unrepeatable, sacred moment, just before the fast breaks. When the hunger is real and the surrender is complete and you are holding everything you need from Allah in your hands, raised above a table you have not touched yet. That moment is a window, and it is available to you every single day you choose to fast, not only in Ramadan, every voluntary fast, every Monday and Thursday, every white day fast. Every fast you have ever made or will ever make contains this window inside it. The fast is not only an act of worship, it is a key. And now, the window I told you about at the beginning, the one I said I was saving, the one the Prophet described with a detail so specific it should change how you spend the rest of your life. Every night, without exception, a window opens that has no equivalent in any other moment of the day or week. Not a metaphor, not a spiritual concept that requires interpretation. A specific, timed, divinely confirmed descent. Our Lord, blessed and exalted, descends every night to the lowest heaven when the last third of the night begins, and He says, "Who is supplicating to me so that I may respond to him? Who is asking of me so that I may give him? Who is seeking my forgiveness so that I may forgive him?" Sahih, Bukhari, and Muslim. Read that again, not quickly, word by word. Allah descends every night, without exception, not on special nights, not only in Ramadan, not only for the pious. Every night, for every person, the last third of the night contains a direct, personal, divine invitation. Who is supplicating to me so that I may respond? Who is asking of me so that I may give? Who is seeking my forgiveness so that I may forgive? Three questions asked by Allah every single night to an ummah that is, for the most part, asleep. The last third of the night begins approximately 90 minutes before Fajr. In most parts of the world, that is somewhere between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. You do not need to stay awake all night. You do not need to be a scholar or a saint. You need to set one alarm once and bring whatever you are carrying to a window that Allah Himself has confirmed will be open when you arrive. No appointment required, no intermediary, no minimum level of piety. The invitation is not conditional on who you have been. It is conditional only on whether you show up. And from the night pray with it as additional worship for you. It is expected that your Lord will resurrect you to a praised station. This is the window the Prophet ﷺ used himself every night until his feet became swollen from standing. This is the window the greatest Muslims in history built their lives around. This is the window that has been open every night of your life, waiting for you to use it. If this gave you something, share it with one person whose dua you want answered, because the person who knows when to knock on the door is the person most likely to be standing there when it opens. Subscribe. Every video on this channel is built to give you exactly this, the knowledge behind the practice. Not just what Islam asks of you, but why it asks it and what happens when you give it.